Hello, beautiful people. Welcome, welcome. I'm not quite sure what we're doing, but my spiritual team have said, can I do a little bit of a bonus reading for the collective? All right. What is the collective? All signs, whatever sign you are. This isn't time stamped. It isn't specific to any sign. It's a general guidance energy kind of update. Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you very much. That's the words they just gave me. General guidance energy update. Because we're now out of Mercury retrograde, we're through the conjunctions, we're through the eclipses, all the rest of that. So it's a kind of weekend, where are we now as we come to the end of April? Alrighty? Okay, let's bring the camera down and let's have a look then. Alright, this is the Tower of Dreams. All the cards I use are linked below. Just click the title and that box drops open and you'll find everything you need there. My books, my cards, if you want to book in with me, the cards I use, it's all there. All right? Okay, so where are we? Where are we now? Thank you. I think we want 9 cards. All right, and some affirmations. Okay, where are we now as a collective, energetically? Oh, we're in victory. Happy days. Okay. Right, I get, centre of the reading, the world. Do you know, they've just been saying to me all week, this full moon in Scorpio that we had a few days ago, that was the final purge, and this is confirming the end, the completion. Okay, 7 of Wands with the 7 of Swords, interesting. King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. All right, let's get some affirmations, okay. These are mine, from hoping to having. What's the most appropriate affirmation? That one. Okay, 2. Okie dokie. Hang on. Let's get rid of them. We've got reset and we've got a remember one. Okay, remember. I am open to my innate inner knowing and intuition. I listen to my inner guidance and follow it. I listen to my intuition and trust it. Okay, right. And reset. I choose healthy, happy relationships and connections. Any unhealthy relationships now move out of my life easily. This is very interesting. Okay, now I'm going to get a couple of these as well. This is my new deck I was gifted last weekend. Thank you so much. Everyday Spirit Guide cards, they're called. Okay, share it. Sharing is caring. Share your thoughts. Say it out loud. Share it. Okay. I think we want another one of these. And then we'll have a little chat. Have you got yourself a cup of tea? Cup of coffee? Something nice? Glass of wine? You are enough. Self-love needed. You are perfect as you are. You deserve love. All right. So that is the messages we've got coming out. So let's have a little chat. We will be adding in some angel cards when we finish as well. All right. So let's have a little look at this. So a quick recap then. April ranges from mildly uncomfortable to brutal and anywhere in between. We have been through an immense clearing out, realization, awareness, aha moments, stuff that we didn't even know was in there has been coming up and coming out to be purged and cleared and released. We have had a lot of emotional stuff coming up, being triggered, getting angry, being irritable. They're giving me the analogy of the oyster. All right, the oyster grows from the sand irritating the being inside that lives in the oyster, and the more irritation, the more it covers the irritation with this kind of gooey stuff, which turns into an oyster. So you've been irritated, you've been scratched, you've been stretched, you've been pulled, and all sorts of stuff's been coming up and out, and that has been physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, in every single way for a lot of you. For some of you, it's just in one area or the other. Okay, so that's what's been going on. Now, why has it been going on? because we've been talking about moving into the 5D, 7D for many years, and saying it's all 2024 is when it really starts to unfold and open. So that sort of push, January, February, March, and then crack it right open in April, so that we can get rid of all of that stuff and move into May clean and clear and ready to hit the ground running in this higher, clearer vibration. So many of you, I've done an unbelievable amount of private sessions this month of healing and clearing and readings. You know, I want to leave my marriage, I hate it. I want to leave my job, I hate it. I want to start my business, I want to retire. Right, everything's coming to a head, building up to this crescendo like a volcano blasting open. And, you know, it's the right thing. I know it's not comfortable, but it's absolutely been the right thing for everything to come up. You know, fears, insecurities, doubts, limitations, where you felt trapped, where you felt stuck, where you felt disempowered. All of that has been coming up to be got rid of. Not so you can sit and just suffer. The universe doesn't do that to us. It helps us for us. Okay, not against us. So here we are now. I'm recording this on the 26th of April for this to say, right, where are we now? We're through the worst of that. We still got the tail end that I'm feeling, and they're saying to me it's just going to get easier and easier every day now as we move through the next week, 10 days into kind of the past the first week of May. You're really going to start feeling it lighter, brighter, better. But, you know, I've recorded your May readings, and I will link them up here at the end where I am now. All right. If you haven't seen them, go and have a look at May, because it might help you just get through the last bits of April to go, it's going to get better. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, because there is a very, very strong and bright light at the end of the tunnel that's coming in May and continuing through over the coming months. So whatever you have been going through, working through, sorting out, however uncomfortable it is or has been, it was absolutely worth it. And that's what I want you to say to yourself. You know, this isn't easy, but it's growing me, stretching me, clearing me, healing me, and I trust the universe has got my back, and this is happening for a reason. So trust it, okay? So center of your reading, you've got the World. Major Arcana card, the only one that you've got on the table, right in the middle. The World is completions, endings. It's done, dusted, finished with. Tick, tick, tick. Pat yourself on the back. Whatever I've been purging and clearing is out now. It's done now. You know, I read all of your comments, and just this week there's been over 1,000 comments. I read every single one. I don't always reply to everyone, that's too much, but I read them all, and I've seen what you're going through. You know, one that sticks in my mind is somebody was saying that right now they've got pneumonia, and they'd looked up Louise Hay and Heal the Body with what's pneumonia mean? It's grief. And it made me remember back in 2012 when I'd gone through quite a big loss. I had pneumonia, and I'm like, oh, you know, oh, right, that's why. Okay, that's why I was clearing that grief. This month of April for me, I've had a cyst on my back for 9 years following my last divorce. About a year after my last divorce, this cyst appeared. So I looked at what Louise Hay says about cysts, and it's to do with bitterness and nasty stuff. It sat there quite happily for 9 years, not bothering anybody. And then literally as a few days after that first eclipse at the end of March, it suddenly grew and erupted into a massively infected abscess the size of a golf ball. I've never known pain like it. It was like having a red hot poker stuck in my back 24/7. Agony. And I just kept saying to myself, right, what is this actually about? And I went into the body, and it's like, right, well, an abscess is poison, isn't it? It's infected, it's septic. You're clearing out the poison that your body's been holding tight in that little cyst is now erupting and wanting to come out to free you. To free me for what? Apparently to potentially love again. Because I haven't bothered over the last 10 years. I've been perfectly happy with my job and my friends and my family and life. But that's my little story. And it's not quite gone. I've been back and forth having dressings changed and everything else, but I'm off the antibiotics. I was on them for nearly 2 weeks. And I am, I feel fine now, but my body's just getting rid of the last little bits. So through that, and it's taken 5 weeks, I surrendered into it to say my body is purging and clearing that from a decade ago that I didn't even know was there. The other thing that's been coming up for me and a lot of you has been fears and insecurities, so that we can be more grounded and safer, so that we can strengthen up that base chakra. The other thing that's been coming up a lot for you has been about empowerment, wanting to leave a marriage, a job, wanting to move home. A lot of that where you felt trapped or you felt stuck, you're breaking open and breaking free from that now. So whatever it is for you, this is now ending. All right, this is the final completion. What does that mean? Does it mean that we're going to live rainbows and unicorns the rest of our life? No, not of course not. Right, but there is a big tipping point here of the heavy stuff, the difficult stuff has been clearing out. And from here on in, you're in a higher vibration, which means that you are more uplifted, lighter, freer, more balanced, healthier on every level, mentally, emotionally, and physically. That then when we get the lumps and the bumps in the road, you'll be much more geared up to deal with them in a much easier way. Less drama, less chaos, just... yeah, I can handle that. After what I went through in April, it's a breeze. It's that kind of energy. All right? Does that make sense? Let me know. Okay? So your first energy, the Palace of Swords. The palace is a place, an environment where we can think clearly, where we can see clearly. The palace is up in the sky, the other side of the clouds. We can see for miles. This is us really being able to open up our vision and clarity, our focus, to be able to, without any fears and insecurities contaminating the way we think, to really be able to drop into what is right for me. Because it's rooted down with 2 sevens. Right, 7 of Wands is about defending and protecting you, right? Boundaries, being able to say no, not being a pushover, not being weak and vulnerable anymore, standing up and saying, why the hell am I putting up with this? I'm out of here. It's this really strong, determined energy, right? No matter what's coming up against you, it's like, no, I'm not backing down this time. This is the courage of my convictions. And the 7 of Swords can be a card of deceit and deception. And in this case, they're saying you may have been unaware, like I was, about the cyst on my back. I wasn't aware that I was still hanging on to any bitterness from my last divorce. I didn't know it was there, but it was, and now it's almost done, right? So I was deceiving myself, not really lying to myself, but I didn't know. I wasn't seeing it clearly. This is seeing it clearly, an aha moment, a realization. Now, this is also about others that might have been deceiving us. And, they pulled the wool over our eyes and we're not seeing it. And now all of a sudden we're seeing it. And that is what enables us then to bring things to a close. It's next to the King of Swords. So all of this sort of clarity, this understanding. The 7 of Swords is also about a strategy, a plan. So you may now be able to see clearly, I've got to get out of this relationship, I've got to get out of this marriage, I've got to move home, I can't stand this neighbourhood, whatever it is, you're seeing it clearly and you're now coming up with a plan. It doesn't mean that you can leave today or tomorrow, but perhaps you're now working towards, I'm going to get a different job, or I'm looking for somewhere to rent, I'm leaving my husband or wife, whatever it is for you, you're making that plan. And you're doing it from a place of empowerment. King of Swords, clarity, focus, and power, because he's a king. This is an expert. It's also a mentor. So this could be somebody around you helping you, right? But it's predominantly, this is about you, collective. Okay, so what is coming to a close is being soul-led. The 6 of Cups, yes, it's nostalgia and people we've known a long time and soulmates and things like that. But it's predominantly in this situation about what does my heart want? What does my soul say? Because I'm moving towards my success and victory. that I have overcome this, that I have cleared this, that I have found my strength and my power, and I am safe and secure. We've got the Four of Coins here, which can be a card of holding on too tight. And this is something that for some of you, you are realizing now in that aha moment, I can let this go. I thought I couldn't, but I can. I'm not holding on tight anymore. I'm letting go. That I am enough. That I don't need this person or this whatever situation it is. That I can find something better and something more. We've got this fire energy here linked in with your security and safety, saying I'm going to take action with the Knight of Wands on that which is right for me. I'm going to do it from a place of power and passion and drive and determination. This is the action man of the deck. So we're thinking about it, we're working things out, we're planning, we're plotting, and we're taking action towards our victory and success. And we're going to share it, right? Share it. Share your thoughts, say it out loud, share it. So if you have been feeling, for example, I don't want to be married to you anymore, but I haven't said a word, you've got no clue how unhappy I am. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share it, because I am enough. I am enough. Self-love. I'm perfect as I am, and I deserve love, and it's time for me to step into it. So I am now remembering my inner knowing and intuition. I'm listening to it. I'm not ignoring it anymore. I'm not squashing it and shutting it down anymore. I listen to my inner guidance and follow it. I listen to my intuition and trust it. Right? Once you're in that energy, then you start to step into the reset. I choose healthy, happy relationships and connections. So any unhappy relationships now move out of my life easily. Okay? I feel, and that my angels are saying this is happening, that there's going to be such a huge surge of divorce applications in the next month or so. I think the lawyers are going to be very busy, and I think that a lot of friendships are ending, people are moving, people are looking for new jobs. You're saying, that's not for me anymore. I'm ready to have healthy relationships, to have self-love and boundaries, to be victorious in my life, to be energized and passionate, having just this uplifting, fiery energy in my belly of power, personal power. That's what you're stepping into. All of you, all of us, we're stepping into that. All right? Now, I want to give you an angel card. This is the Angels of Atlantis. Messages for the collective from the angels, please, about where we are at the end of April. Where are we? What are the messages for the collective? Thank you. I love it. I love the way it all comes together. Raphael with communion. A lot of what's on the deck here, we're talking about healthy relationships with yourself, with your boundaries, with your future, with people. And here we have the communion card, and as you see, there's like 1 million people there at the bottom. All right, this is all about your community and the way you commune with your community, both in spirit and here in the tangible, touchable 3D world. Is my community healthy? Are my relationships healthy and balanced and respectful and kind and supportive? And if they're not, I'm making changes and aligning with a new community and new connections that bring me in that which I seek. Be the source of that which you seek. Okay, this is the Angel Oracle cards. Thank you. Everything that is happening and has been happening is a blessing. May not feel like it when you're in it, but you'll look back and say, I'm so glad that all came to a head and everything erupted and everything cleared. Blessing. They're showing me the image of a volcano. Building, 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 the pressure, building, 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 and all the sulfur, all the toxicity, all of the pressure, all of the heat, building, building, building until it blows and it releases the pressure. and everything can calm down. That's what's been going on for the last 6 weeks. And this is a blessing to release that pressure. All right. So we look at this card. This is the tree of life. The sun shining above her, coming up and into the light. The tree of life, being able to grow your branches where you want them to be, to ground and root and anchor where is right for you to anchor. The heart lighting up, opening up even more, a purer light, a cleaner light, a less contaminated life. So now we are in our richness of this higher vibration of where we want to be and where we want to go. You know, there's so many triggers for me through January, February and March when I was looking for houses. You know, I offered on 9 in the end, nothing was hitting, and each time it was triggering my insecurities and doubts about, well, I could pay a bit more and get a better house, I could increase my budget, I don't want to. I was resisting, and eventually I dropped all the resistance and I said, whatever you think is best for me. And then immediately the house fell into place in hours, because I was limiting it and they didn't want me to limit it. But I had to clear out the doubts first. All right, I had to clear out my thinking. It's been challenging, it's been exhausting, particularly with my house hunt, because I'm looking for a house nearly 200 miles away. And it's hard driving up and down 7-hour trips almost every week, looking at other houses offering, not getting it, having to do it again. Whatever it's been for you, I look back now and say it all makes sense. It all makes absolute sense with the home that I have secured. Well, it's not over the finish line yet. It'll take about 3-4 months to get over the finish line, but now it makes sense. When I was in it, it wasn't making sense, even for me. And so I say even for me in terms of, you know, I'm chatting with upstairs and they're saying, oh, go and look at this, go and look at that, that'll be good for you. And then I wouldn't get it and I'd be like, what the hell? But it was pushing me and stretching me. I understand it all now, but I didn't really understand it at the time. So what I want you to do, they want me to give you a unicorn card as well. What I want you to do is really spend this next few days reflecting in a very wise owl kind of way. In what way have I grown and learned? What have I become aware of? What have I stopped denying that I now can see clearly I need to sort and deal with? Where do I want to be this time next year? What do I want my future to look like? This is the energy you're in now. So use this time, be wise with it, reflect, ponder, consider. Look at it all. Look at it all. What's been stuck? Why is it stuck? What can I do about it? Yeah? All right. I love the synchronicity. What was that example I gave you at the beginning of this about a pearl being irritated? And the more irritation, the more it forms this beautiful pearl. And here we have from the unicorns, the cosmic pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Everything, my beautiful collective, my beautiful souls, and my beautiful soul tribe, because you're part of this tribe, communing with each other and with me. Everything that is irritated, scratched, poked, prodded, triggered has been to create the most beautiful pearl within you, for you, to set you up for the rest of your life. So, collective, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful. If it was, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and keep an eye out now. In the next few days, your money and career readings is going to start coming out 2 or 3 at a time as I get them recorded and uploaded. And I will be back mid-month with a mid-month bonus. I usually post 2 to 3 times a month in terms of everybody. Okay, so you'll all get a monthly reading. You get a mid-month reading as well usually. And you get a money and career reading about every 6 weeks. All right, so thank you for being here. You have a wonderful day. Sending you all much love. and love to each other as well, yeah? All right, you take care. Bye-bye.